Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. You talk about this Giant defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Back to throw again. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Price. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Gets it underneath to Blue. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Come on. Hiking 18.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitch, complete. It's Lamb. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Here's Dart. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give, left side, Blue with it. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Abdul Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Let's go.
To throw is Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Looking to throw, Dart. Over the middle, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Dart. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
They'll take over a first down 10 at their own 9-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own. There he goes, left side. He's on his way. Touchdown, Cowboys. Malik Neighbors, an even 90 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Powerful running. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing his dart. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground to toe. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
18 Cardinal.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Alvarado. Yeah, the Giants are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Giants.
Well, this had not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
17. Giants 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 18.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. That's caught left side by Neighbors. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now he's into the clear again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's their quarterback. 36 yards. And the Cowboys are able to widen their advantage. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal,
Dart going to look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Working out of the gun is Dart.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Giants 14.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Well, that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Third and 12.
To throw, Dart.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you,
what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
2nd and 7.
Get it. Rocco 80. Steady.
This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Malik Neighbors,
his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing his dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the gun, Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
What in the world is going on? We lose connection.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing you have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here we go on 4th down. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Seven Pirates. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He is caught, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard.
To the air again, Dart. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw now, Dart. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
It's 4th down.
Dart to throw on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Here's Dart. And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Dart. And his throw is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have widened the gap now to 50 points.
Giants 14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He lets it go deep from there.
Oh, don't jump up.
Inside the 35. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 44 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Donovan Ezeraku able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now Dart. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll go. Here's Dart. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember the offense. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Malik Neighbors with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line. It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block.
Here's Dart.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
78 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ready? Pick it up. Go!
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Bring it! Here we go, shot! Check go!
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready? Hot, hot.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Let's go. 19, Tiger.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60. Ready?
To throw his dart. He'll try and do this himself. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch.
And my goodness, another interception.
Cowboys 79, Giants 20.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
Ready?
Now an option play on second down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, here's Dart.
Wide open receiver complete.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To the air, Dart.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Dart.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
19, 18, trap 60, trap, go.
Throwing, Dart. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10.
7, come on, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Warrior 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Cup 19, Cup 19. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot there.
And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a two-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for two. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful two-point
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for Dallas, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside